who is the spokesperson for the Ekurhuleni Municipality, where a new library will be opened on Tuesday in commemorating this day. Sis Rebecca, very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us here on PM News.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me this afternoon.
Themba, thank you so much for joining us here in studio.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with you, Themba. Libraries are supposed to take the lead in forming an active community and partnering towards developing an informed and educated nation. Do you think we're there yet as a country, Themba?
Yeah, I mean, looking at what we've done in the city of Ekurhuleni, we've done a research and we established that actually the large population of our people is actually young people. Now, that tells you that these are the people who will be leading us in the future, and you've got to start now to develop them into becoming the informed citizen that you want. Now, I agree that we so far have actually developed about 46 libraries in response to that and ensuring that we've got more informed citizens. So yes, we are on the right track to getting there.
Sis Rebecca, are the youngsters using those facilities that they are being currently provided, and how is society at large responding to the use of libraries? I mean, there is some feeling that while a number of rural areas do actually have libraries, hardly anybody ever goes there to use them.
Yes, I think they are using it. It's just that they are using it differently now because of the digital and technological things that we have, like the smartphones and all that. But young people are using it even unaware that they are using the libraries, because libraries are not catering for books only as we used to know it in the past, but they are also using the digital way that anybody can have access to anywhere in the world where you are through your smartphone, through your digital technologies, the emerging social media or mobile technologies that we use. So I will say they also visit the libraries, but they are using it indirectly as well.
Sis Rebecca, while you're still there, and you've just touched on a very interesting point, that of the digital migration in terms of how the libraries are being used. But the question of compliance in terms of borrowing and returning the library resources, are libraries or municipalities well-resourced to manage stock control as well as claiming it from users?
Yes, I will say that because as soon as you join as a member of the library, any library, there are rules and regulations that one has to follow. So in order for you to join as a member, you have to really adhere to those rules, which there should be some steps taken should you not adhere to those rules. So they should indeed return the books that have been borrowed, because for the benefit of others to use, because it's not for you only for your own use, but it's for every citizen to have a turn of using those resources.
Themba, this sounds now more youthful and youth-friendly, but tell us a bit more about this digital migration in terms of the library system.
Look, we know that we are now a global village, and that necessitates that whatever, when you deal with young people, it's important that you bring the issues of technology in the forefront. We're dealing with e-learning, we're dealing with digital age. And of course, in our libraries, our users now have access to internet, which is very key to connecting with other people within the library.
Is it for free?
It's for free. And the greatest thing as a city of Ekurhuleni, at the end of April, all our libraries will have a Wi-Fi connectivity, which will be even much more better, because now you are not longer restricted to the hardware that is in the library, but you can use your own phone to now connect in the internet, do your homework, do your collective assignments, which is very key for young people.
Themba, this Wi-Fi campaign, is it a nationwide campaign or just focused in Gauteng?
Well, I'll speak for the city of Ekurhuleni. I mean, but you know, as you would know, other cities have also engaging on Wi-Fi. So it's a new direction that we are taking as government to ensure that the accessibility to internet is not without question.
All right. And now, Sis Rebecca, are you able to tell us about the new library that will be opened next week, Tuesday? Please go ahead and tell us.
I can tell you about the South African Library Week.
Go ahead.
That we are celebrating now, and we have just launched it at the National Library of South Africa Centre for the Book in Cape Town, honored by the Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture, Ms. Rejoice Mabudafasi, and the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. So we did launch the Library Week, South African Library Week, and now it's rolling out to all the provinces, all the branches of LIASA, where we are celebrating this week and beyond. So we named it South African Library Week, but it is celebrated throughout. So so that we create awareness of people to make use of the libraries wherever they are.
Sis
And
Rebecca,
the resources and the services.
what type of activities, do take place during the National Library Week, and who are the participants? Please tell us.
The participant is every library and information worker out there in South Africa and beyond. Like this, at this launch, for example, we had the president of the International Federation, IFLA, which is the entire for the world. So Ms. Sinika Sepila, who honored our occasion. So, and our Liasa president, Ms. Hamedzi Molawa, also demonstrated the human sociogram, where the learners have managed to read in their different languages online, so that they demonstrate how they can still read in different languages.
Very interesting indeed. Now, Themba, please go ahead and tell us about this new library that will be opening on Tuesday in commemoration of National Library Week.
Yeah. What is important to note, when I went to the library as a school kid, the facility did not have an auditorium. The facility did not have a space for the early childhood development centers. So what we have is a new total way of doing the library. We now have a space for children in the early childhood development centers to come. It's called a toy library. We've got auditoriums so that, because as a city of Ekurhuleni, we run competitions, we run public speaking competitions, we run debates as part of the activities, so that libraries do not become just white elephants, but we have got activities that keeps them alive.
Please elaborate further on that. I was about to say, in fact, how is the department encouraging the use of libraries, especially amongst the youngsters who believe that everything is just on a smartphone, you just click and find?
Yeah, look, you still need the interaction. We've got partnership with schools. We're now going, doing the partnership with the crèches around our local communities. So it's about that community involvement with different sectors of society, in the education sector, in various sectors, to be part of the library. So we have a lot of partnerships that go on. All these competitions, the health departments are involved, because some of them are reproductive health debates that happens in our libraries. And we've got also storytelling and narratives as part of the activities. What is interesting this week that we have, you asked a question about our ability to get the material back. Absolutely. We have declared this week a fine-free week. We're saying to people who have our books and materials, please bring them for free, no fines, for this week.
Thank you so much, Sis Rebecca, and to you, Themba, for joining us. And of course, best of luck with such a great initiative.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was, of course, Sis Rebecca and Ekurhuleni spokesperson Themba Gadebe giving us some insight regarding the National Library Week that is launching, in fact, this week.